the tank?
Frank.
He's got. Yeah! This is a contest. I got smoke too now. This is fun. Yeah, keep smoking, dude. Finish.
You drink your milk, Frank.
Ooh. It's like that, brother.
This fucking puke.
I was like, should I grab it from him? Oh, this is great.
What's up, guys? I'm JP. This is my co-host, Frank Castillo, and this is Buddies. Our guest today is Michael from the Summit Boys.
That's good.
We talk firefighting, dabs, and Frank dies a little bit.
It's a great episode.
Thanks to our patrons, Edward and Spencer. We'll be shouting you out throughout the episode and showing your joints. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
That's it. Welcome anytime, bro. Thanks for the fucking space.
Hey guys, welcome to Buddies. My name's Frank Castillo. This is my co-host JP Noda. Our guest today is Mike Larson of Summit Boys. Enjoy the episode, guys.
Oh, dude, the HyperX, bro. You got some a gamer headset, bro. What are you doing? Is this a thing?
Is this a thing? Is this...
Welcome to Buddies.
Oh my God! Welcome to Buddies. Is this a thing? I love it. Awesome. So we usually do the intros at the end, right after we take a fat dab. So
Right,
we'll
nice.
just
Frank takes.
yeah, after I take a fat dab. So we'll be getting into it. So yeah, we just get into the podcast.
Let's go.
Dude, my Uber driver on the way here was a Trump supporter who was driving a Tesla, bitching about self-driving cars.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
Fucking shit you not. And about
But he was driving a Tesla.
My fucking point exactly.
Well, let's hear him out. What was his point?
He was literally just talking about the Democrats and how they're gonna get robots to take our jobs.
You know what? I get
That's
it.
heavy.
He's been hanging out with your mother, Frank.
No. Well, listen. I mean, anytime I see one of those like Uber driving robots that are like self-delivering, have you seen those? They're like
The
those
food
little,
ones,
those
right?
little
No,
food.
I haven't seen that, no.
So they have little like
Like
food.
a giant lunchbox.
Yeah, they're like a giant lunchbox. It's like imagine Wall-E. Did you ever watch Wall-E?
Nope.
All right, so
Boys, I'm sorry.
not a Pixar guy.
I'm an adult.
Yeah. So it looks just like Wall-E, and I'm surprised people don't beat the shit out of them.
Wait, is that a like little robot fucker, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude, I do know Wally. All right,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah. So same thing. Like I'm surprised homeless people just don't beat the shit out of it because it's got food in it.
Yeah, man.
It's what I would have done.
It's heavy.
I want to say I've seen photos of them like beat up and spray painted and shit. People trying to get what's inside, like, for
That's-
sure.
I would-
Because they tested them in like downtown Redwood City, like in the middle of Silicon Valley.
Bro, I have not seen that, but I would probably trip out if I saw that on the street, dude.
I saw one driving in Hollywood for sure, or maybe it was like North Hollywood, like when I was driving home or some shit. There was definitely one out there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you think you start to see it, and in your head you're like, oh, that's not gonna be weird looking. Then you see it, and you're like, oh, this is how it starts. This is how it starts. They start delivering your pizzas, and before you know it, they're fucking killing you for I don't know. What is the thing? I don't know. You guys want to full send these White Claws?
Yeah, I was about to say, man, we should probably definitely pop into these things, man.
I've never full sended a White Claw.
I'm just chilling. Yeah. If we were gonna do a shoddy, we would have.
Oh, you do a whole
Pop a
send.
hole in the side. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not. You could tell I'm not like a fucking party kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like we played beer pong in my apartment with fucking people. I used to live in an apartment. It was 4 of us, and we'd play beer pong on the weekends. And my mom would tell my stepdad that she was gonna go to the grocery store, and she'd take the kids and just show up and just fucking hang out. And my friends would just be like, "What the fuck's going on?" I'm like, "No, she's cool." And she would just hang out. The kids would be running around. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but
It's part of your act, kind of.
it kind of is. Yeah,
Bro, Ross is like the vacation spot for families, man. You know,
it really is. It really is.
Take the whole kids, spend all day out there.
Yeah.
the kids run
That or
around.
it's fucking IKEA is what
Burn
it
off
is.
energy. Yeah.
IKEA is the spot where you go and you lose your kids.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are fucking massive, bro.
Yeah, check them out, man.
This first one's 92 OG, and it's brought to you in part by our very first patron, Edward. Thanks, homie.
Yeah.
Shouts out Edward, bro. Let's go.
Thanks, dog.
What are we smoking?
This one's going to be 92 OG from Atrium.
Oh, okay.
They do some amazing stuff.
Nice.
It's got the classic OG gas, but there's something different about it. It almost reminds me of like a chem because it like goes up into like your sinuses when you taste it. It's delicious and it lingers for a little bit, almost like a GMO, like a chem cookies.
Oh yeah,
it's
man.
tasty.
That's great.
Yeah, big fan.
I love it. I've been smoking on some.
Yeah, fuck with that.
What did I pick up? I picked up that.
Almost like mentholy.
I think it was Perfect Triangle from Jungle Boys. I went there today and it was their drop. They have like 3 different phenotypes right now, and it was actually pretty good. I wasn't surprised.
I love their stuff, but I feel like it's the same thing when I go to cookies, where it's a lot of kush mints.
Yes.
Which is great. Like it's the new gelato almost. You know what I mean? It's strong as fuck, has some gas to it, and has like a creamy, almost gelato like taste, and like it's almost like taking over like LA now, like gelato did to the Bay Area. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
But it's like Seed Junkie started doing that, and it fucking blew up.
Yeah, I love TLC and Jungle Boys flower,
Yeah.
man. It's good.
Some of the best shit.
so like we come down to LA for business trips. And
Dude, we used to drive from the Bay.
one of the first things Anthony and I would do is we would roll into TLC and just fucking get a bunch of Jungle Boys phenos.
My favorite strain I've ever had from them was back when they're doing a lot of like different like cookie, like orange cookies and all that shit. But they had a cherry cookies they did that tasted like the red Skittles. It was unreal. Not like
Bro,
Skittles.
I've never had the red Skittles.
Yeah, it tasted like just the red ones. It was unfucking real.
Damn.
And it was just like the terpiest, cherriest. It was crazy. And now they're doing like a lot more like gas again.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't smoked their flower in a minute. But
What do you like to smoke? What's your go-to?
my go-to these days is fresh baked, man. You know, it's always consistent, really good flavors. I mean, you know, it's fucking, they're just great, and they're the homies too. So we love supporting brands that we work with. We collaborate with them a lot, and yeah, man, we're just beyond hyped on their flower. So that's what I've been smoking.
Yeah. How long how long has Summit Boys been a company?
Summit Boys was founded in 2016. Yeah.
So 4 years?
About 4 years.
I'm very surprised that I was able to do that because I'm bad at math.
And,
Perfect.
dude, I was just about to say, oh yeah, 2016. I founded Summit Boys when I had my delivery service. We wanted an in-house brand for our company, and I'm from Summit, Summit Road.
Yeah.
And,
I'm like Santa Cruz Aptos area.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we used to call ourselves like Santa Cruz Mountain Boys, just like a friendly little community thing, and that was obviously too long of a name for a brand.
Yeah.
So we just like shrunk it to Summit Boys, and yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. And you guys have been like, competing in cups since like the beginning, right? Pretty much from day one.
I mean, in the Prop 215 days, not so much. We were in about a few dispensaries and just kind of mainly our own.
Yeah.
But we hit the rec market in October 10th, 2018. I'll never forget the date. And that's when we actually started signing up for every event and just hitting it hard. I think we won 14 cups our first year.
Wild.
Yeah.
Nuts.
14 cups?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's dope.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Do you remember what the strain was like that kind of helped you sweep a lot of those categories?
I mean, I remember our first one was at Emerald Cup, the Sunday Driver. Was
It was like when it first came out and everyone's like, "Whoa, this fucking grape pie is insane."
And I mean, but no, every one was unique. Every flavor was different. We were always collaborating with different companies.
What do you look for when you're trying to do a collab? Like, what's your...
I mean, I'm just looking for like the best of the best as far as cultivators go. Everyone's a master at their craft.
Yeah.
And we just look for just exotics and really good terpene profiles, and just really good people, man. You got to enjoy who you're in business with.
I mean, that is very, very true. That is like one of the most important things.
Absolutely.
You got to enjoy who you're working with.
Exactly. And then, yeah, we just see that quality, and then we see the love behind the brand, and that's who we fuck with,
Nice.
Said it before, but people who like truly love cannabis are the ones who make sure that every step of the process, like they're showing love to the plant. So that by the time it gets to your product, it's the best it could possibly be.
Absolutely.
There's tons of people, like you said earlier, who'll take amazing product or amazing starting material, fucking butcher it all the way through, and then get poop when it comes out and be like, what the fuck happened?
Absolutely.
I paid so much for this trim, but it's like if you don't take care of it, you fuck yourself up.
That
And I think a lot of
happens a lot.
that comes from the love.
Yeah. And fire in, fire out, right? So we have to have the best of the best, so that's what we're always sourcing. And yeah, man, it's been a wild ride. A lot of collabs. and it's been great.
And your fan base is like solid. Like you have a very loyal fan base.
Absolutely. Shout out to Sober Gig. Let's go. Dude, it's been unreal. I mean, we started October 10th, 2018. Like I said, we were just a brand inside my delivery service and a few retailers. We probably had under 1,000 followers on Instagram. We were basically nobodies. Like I said, just a few retailers, and like within a year, like we hit all those cups, and just a lot of people started supporting us, and we grew our platform to like over 60,000 organic followers.
Jeez.
And just kind of made a name for ourselves. We ended up in over 400 retailers, and just fucking took off though, man. But definitely a lot of work to get there. 100-hour weeks.
Absolutely.
Just fucking
but it was worth it.
crazy
right?
shit. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, you're always unsure, man. You know, a lot because there's a lot of fuck days. You know, like where you're just like. You're just pretty much done, but that's why you just gotta love what you're doing. You know, that keeps you motivated. Because if you don't love what you're doing, you just fucking walk away.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
But you before you were doing that, you fucking gamed in Counter-Strike like hard, right?
Yeah, man. Let's back. I mean, let's go, dude. We're going down that rabbit hole.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's the real reason we had you come over here.
We love weed, but we play a lot of fucking video
I mean,
games.
we really do. That was the funniest thing too, is like having you guys jump in the squad when we were playing Call of Duty, and it was funny because Josh jumped in first, and he was like sniping, and I was like, "Hey man, you probably don't want it." He was like, "Downed him," and we're like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "Downed him," we're like, "Oh, okay." And then we played with you, and you were fucking smashing.
Yeah.
You took on a fucking 4 squad. I think you downed 2 of them and shit. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn, I'm like really impressed." And then they told me you Counter-Strike trophy, right?
Yeah. So
That's tight.
yeah, man. So I mean, I grew up in San Jose. About 9 years old, I moved to Santa Cruz Mountains,
Where in San Jose?
off Foxworthy.
Oh, okay. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Nice. I know where that is.
And from there, about 14, I moved to Texas, and then that's when I started really getting into gaming because I finally had like good internet, and I just fell in love with fucking Counter-Strike. I'd go to UFNet down in San Jose every weekend, and I'd have my mom drive me there. And I was just really fucking with 1.5 Counter-Strike a lot. I just fell in love with it. And then so when I moved to Texas, and I had the opportunity to fucking play all the time.
Yeah.
Like I just went all into it, and I was really good, and I just linked up with the local team, and
So you ended up. So did they like scout you and then got you in the team, or like you hit they
Fuck,
like they
bro, that
were?
was so long ago. I was
Hit 'em
scouted.
on AI.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So A-list. So the team was called A-list. They already existed, and they scouted me just through pugging. It was like MRIC.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like back in the day where you're just like trying to find scrims and shit.
Yeah.
And we entered in Cal Open and SIVO, and we swept Open, went straight to Maine.
Damn.
And we didn't do too well in Maine that year, but we got our shit together next year. We went to Cal P, which is Cal Premier, and then we got up to SIVO P as well. And we were just smashing.
So what was-
it was 1.6? by
How old
then.
were you?
I was 15 to 17.
Fuck yeah.
So
That's how it goes, though. You know?
That's
Yeah,
wild.
A lot,
Okay.
a lot of
Still
pros
on
are
fire.
that
Yeah,
age.
yeah. So what was the like? Did you like? What was the training for? Like, did you have training? Because it was like I imagine it's
Oh,
like
dude, it was.
intent, like memorizing maps,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
strategies,
Yeah,
shit like that.
different
You're like
strats, yeah.
knowing lanes and callouts and shit,
Dude,
right? For the most
you
part.
have to know every spot. You have to know, dude, all the strats. I mean, especially when you're in the beginning phase, you're watching all the Cal Invite and all the different pro matches, and you're really just trying to dial in strategies and learning how the best of the best play. 'Cause it's so important. It's a teamwork game. It's fucking insane, bro. Yeah, I would literally wake up. I'd play 8 to 10 hours a day, and I go to sleep. You know, I
Holy
wasn't really
shit.
going to school that much. I convinced my mom to let me do like a homeschooling like program where I'd go into this facility like on Fridays.
Yeah.
I worked it around my schedule with gaming.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she was pretty much all in because
Go for it, yeah.
I mean, it was working out. Like I was doing good for my age, and it was fun. Back then, you didn't get paid well.
Yeah, obviously.
Nowadays, like
Yeah,
if I
dude.
was
Now you'd
doing
be like,
that
"Oh,
shit,
Mom,
you'd be
buy you a
crushing
house."
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mom,
exactly.
here's a few fucking $1,000. What was it like having to like explain that to your mom or try to convince her? You know what I mean?
I mean, my mom's actually always supported me.
That's
Like,
fucking amazing.
dude,
That is.
as long
my
as I
mother
was going
did
to
not.
school and like she support, oh, dude. Yeah, that's. I was really fortunate, man. Like my mom, legit, always supported me. Whether it was gaming, whether it was getting into firefighting when I did that for a couple of years, whether it was chasing cannabis, I did a music thing for a while. I mean, she's always,
Fuck yeah, dude.
she's legit always supported me and like.
Shout out
pushed me.
moms.
Yeah, shouts out mom. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I
yeah.
don't know what that's like, man.
My mom supports the
I
hell
love
out of
you.
me. I love you too, Mom.
And looking back on it, it's absolutely crazy because like when you're doing those different paths and like for instance when I was using my music career, I was like sleeping on my fucking friend's couch and like you're not doing too hot when you're a beginning musician. Like I was on Mal Label, Ultra Gore, I was playing some shows, did a couple festivals, it was decent, but nothing that's like
Yeah.
fucking rock star
big,
money or
yeah, yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I couldn't even pay rent really, like so. But yeah, you would think that they would tell you get your shit together. She just always said stick with it and supported me, man. And it led to this shit.
That's
so
huge.
like,
Yeah.
shouts out to
Now
her, man.
you,
'Cause
bro.
That's crazy, you know. Like looking back, I'm like, damn, I can't believe you like.
Yeah, bro. Not
Yeah.
everyone has that shit.
Yeah. I remember, when I was like, when I first made the move to Los Angeles, I like talked to my father because I got offered a really good job, and I was like, I don't want to like take that job because if I take it, I'm going to be there for the rest of my life, and I know it because it's good money and it's safe, it's secure. And my dad was at the time, he was the only one that was like, you don't have kids, move now. Like, definitely do it. You should just fucking do it. And my mom was like, no, fuck that. Learn to cut hair and be a hairstylist. And, 100%. She was like, people need their haircut.
Safe
and
way,
then it
right
was
away.
like, look how coronavirus hit. You know what I mean? I'd have not been able to cut any hair. Had to do that shit underground.
I remember my mom
Shouts
say
out
it's
to my
very
barber,
similar
too,
thing,
man. No, like it's important.
Yeah.
People need their cuts, bro.
People need the cuts, bro. You gotta look good.
Gonna meet a guy in an alleyway now. Oh, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss it. I miss it a lot. Do you have hair?
Do I have hair?
I mean, above that, you got a full head of hair. You didn't have to. Whoa. Okay, listen. This is gonna be the last episode of the podcast, guys. I don't like these vibes I'm getting from my co-host. No,
I've got them for about 2 more years, dude. I got hair on my head, and then I think it's gonna be gone. My dad,
Really?
my uncle, my grandpa, all fucking bald.
Really? You still got a beautiful head of hair, right?
Right? Yeah, so I'm 29. I mean,
you have
it's
to start
starting happen
throwing
again.
out
No,
age.
bro,
Like mine will start thinning very soon.
yeah, so I got it like receding right here.
Yeah,
You know, and yeah, I'm already looking into what's it called, dude? I don't know. There's like some
Those like the like the for hymns or shit, the hair thing on the
like just
all the podcasts.
bro. Like I'm like
You can get hair transplants like Callan.
I'm gonna wait till
Why you
it's
gotta be
like
calling people out?
really bad and
That's
noticeable, you know.
That's probably the most embarrassing thing that he's had to deal with. But yeah, no, hair plants are very important.
We all get old, man.
Yeah, man, we do get
Fucking
old.
comes fast,
Well,
bro.
now it's just growing everywhere else in my body, bro.
It
I'm,
really
like,
is.
covered in
Oh yeah, see
fucking
that
hair.
it grows
It's
everywhere else. And
unreal.
you lose it on your head. It grows more everywhere else. But you lose it
I
on
have
your bro,
so
don't
much hair in my asshole. Every time I wipe, it's
Bro.
like I'm fucking pulling someone's hair. It is seriously.
It hurts.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is the worst.
Bro, you gotta get like the manscaper.
I might have to, bro. I might have to pay some poor Asian woman to fucking wax my asshole.
I don't care. I'm
wife.
not embarrassed to say it.
First off, there's not enough money in the world for my wife to wax my asshole.
Yo, when I was
She shaved my
yeah,
back,
Well, I
but
think there's boundaries, and
that's
that's one.
Frank, that's not love.
that's.
Let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now.
But also, first off, I wouldn't want her
My-
to do it because she does not have a steady hand, and that
freshman year
shit
in
is
college-
real.
My freshman year in college, when I was doing all that lifting and bodybuilding shit, my roommate shaved my ass. I shit you not. It's because he fucking loves me.
That's a roommate of the year.
And Frank, I would shave your ass.
Oh my
That's a strong relationship, bro.
That's for you, man.
that's crazy.
Manny, I love you, dog.
bro.
That's
Yeah, I've never
hilarious.
had a roommate shave my ass before.
Dude, I saved my roommate's life once. He was
Congratulations.
choking on a fucking chicken wing in the middle of the fucking night. We were just chilling, and he started choking on a fucking chicken wing, and I fucking like saved his fucking life. I fucking did the whole thing, and he was like, "Holy shit!" And it was definitely one of those moments of like, I almost watched you fucking go, and you owe me, Dan Nolan.
My asshole will be ready.
That's actually the one guy I could probably call, and he'd be like, "Yo, you remember that time I fucking pulled that chicken tender out of your fucking mouth because it was just sitting in your throat?" Yeah. People choking scary. That was a weird tangent to go on. What were we talking about before? We should do a dab now that we're a little bit into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Well,
You
let's
guys
dab
want
on
to see what I
something.
brought to the fucking party?
Yeah. Show us what you got.
Brought to the show.
You a guess, dog. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, it's like a little pizza box.
Yeah, but you know, I'm repping Summit Boys. Oh, sorry. You know, got to make sure that coming in strong.
Woo.
All right, man. We got some fucking flavors, boys.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like pass them around, dude.
Sunny D lemonade, gas.
Sunny D lemonade.
Yeah, it's
By the way,
it's
that
from
sounds-
Fresh Baked, but Sunny D was a lumpy strain out of Vallejo. Same with the apple fritter and the cherry back in the day. But it was stuff that like I used to drive to HTP to pick up from them, to pick up the lumpies and the Dankman collabs and shit like that.
Crazy.
Yeah, I used to drive and like spend. It was expensive too for the time. It was like $45 a half gram type shit. Like they were like,
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's expensive.
and now it's fucking the dopest shit for $40 a gram.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect. It's,
Go.
You start to, we were talking about the Jungle Boys thing where I was like, I didn't realize that they had just got rid of their price break, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Only
it's,
for the ounce, though. I think you still get like cheaper, like eighths and shit.
yeah, that's what I thought was very interesting. I was like, all right, because when I would do the quarters, they'd go from they would do, I think they were like 110 to 115 was usually when I would go. Now it's 120. So the ounces are, I wonder why they got rid of the break on the ounces.
I think the word is like they're literally saying they're selling too much weed.
Demand.
Which is, it's like they like literally can't keep up with demand. And so people are coming in, getting the ounce break, getting their medical cards, getting 8 ounces on the ounce break, and just selling out a product. Like they just can't keep it in stock. So it's like, that's why when you go, they have 2 strains on the floor.
Yeah.
And they have like maybe some grandiflora stuff because they don't really fuck with other brands. Only people who they've like vetted and really think fit their store.
Yeah.
And so it's like one of those things that there's not
Fake
much
farms,
other flour available.
Yeah.
And even then they were out for a while. Like they just started kind of popping back up again.
Yeah.
But I think it's because their own flour, they're just having less of it at a time. They drop it and it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's hard for them to keep intact with that.
Then we got all these.
What are the other flavors we got?
The Sydney 99 from Puffin. I haven't tried that one yet.
Ooh.
Sure for you guys too.
Oh, thank you.
This
Grams,
fritter,
you know?
this apple fritter, dude. Gas.
Yeah, it is.
So gas. And it's crazy to see that like the lipids weren't removed from this. They didn't do the CRC, but I almost dig that. Like it's some killer flavor on it.
Yeah, man. We've been running the gold a lot lately, trying to retain as much terpenes as possible. You know?
Yeah, I'm dumb. I don't know what's going on.
No,
He knows
I'm
exactly.
saying I'm really digging it, dude.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I've had a gram of shit from you guys that I've been like, oh man, this isn't good. Like it's all been like.
Bro, so I R&D.
This Fire OG
we
from
test
Firecut.
everything before it goes out, man.
I met these guys today.
The homies.
Firecut. Yeah,
Shouts
yeah.
out Firecut.
Yeah,
Let's
they
go.
came in today to drop off some
Nice.
pre-rolls.
Yeah, local company up in Monterey County.
Yeah, I was like, oh, where are you guys from? They're like, oh, Monterey. I was like, oh, yeah, you know Sunset Boys. And it's like, yeah, it's my boy. I was like, oh, cool. Fuck yeah, we'll definitely start fucking with you guys. And the driver.
Sunday Driver. That's just the classic, man.
Oof.
That's the one that they started doing the one in the cup.
Really? Yeah. That's the.
Cultivator,
Yeah.
but we, just
Well,
kept the skew around, you know.
Yeah. What was the other ones that you won the cup on?
Honestly, bro, like.
Everything.
No, it's really. So, we won like 15. I could pull them up, bro. Let me pull up the awards list because.
I'm sorry you don't have that tattooed on you. I would.
Yo, the grape pie in that is insane.
It's one of those things where you should
candy.
know, but you've won so many, you just can't really pick them all.
That's a great answer.
It's a good problem to have. Frank, you want to dab some driver?
Yeah.
Get you heated up.
You want to put me in the Rio, or do you want that?
It's up to you.
We'll do the Rio.
Cool.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Yeah, so we hit Pacific Gas. That was the winner. High Times. Yeah, just a bunch of others, bro. But it's just mainly just coming in with heat and just something unique and exotic.
Yeah.
We pretty much all of our wins is something different every time. We didn't just consecutively win with the strain, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe
fine.
Sunday Driver we might have won twice with, but that's it. Other than that, it's something new.
It's like finding good cultivators to do what they do well, and then just they just fire in, fire out.
And then
Say
Pacific
no, no.
Reserve we won a couple with, the Forbidden Sunset too. That was
Interesting. Yeah. That's can taste that in my mouth now. Tangy and almost Skittles, creaminess on the end. Interesting. I'm already high off that one fucking joint, Frank.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I think it's also the White Claws that have been, you know what I mean? I haven't.
Yeah, I'm high off that joint.
Oh
Frank.
yeah, bro. So we have this. Hey, you guys, maybe this Michael Larson joint.
Yeah, man, that's for you to smoke whenever. We still got another one for the show.
Hey, we
That's
still got
for,
one
that's
more
for
for
your
the show.
Percy, dude.
Yeah.
That's for the head stash, dog.
Okay.
Yeah. That's for you to take home. Well, you're home
That's
already.
legit. Appreciate
It's
it,
for you to
boys.
take upstairs and take a picture, and then
Let's
fucking
go.
blaze that shit later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the last one I got is Açaí Gelato from Paradiso. They're out of Santa Rosa, I believe.
Let's go. I'm ready, bro.
Ooh, that tastes good.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's very fruity. Little, yeah. Yeah. See, I'm bad when I'm not good. Whenever I saw people do wine shit, I was never the guy who'd be like, yeah, descriptive. The way you talk about, anytime you send me the notes for the stuff we smoked, I'm always blown away. I'm like, yeah, that is what it is. Holy shit. Because he nails it every time. JP's really good at this. I'm high as shit.
I think just like I like over time you smoke so much weed that you're like, oh, that's what I fuck with, and those are tastes I recognize or like smells I recognize.
Okay.
So like for me, like I can always like find gelato, and I can always find Skittles, and I can always find just certain things that like I really enjoy smoking. I can always like pick them out of shit. Chem, always find it in something. You can always tell there's chem in something.
Yeah.
That grape pie is easy to spot too.
Okay.
If it's the right one, it's that sweet. Because like grape pie, there's people right now selling grape pie and like grape punch and everything say it's grape pie, and it's purple punch for the most part. And it has that very like almost like, I hate to say it, but purple punch smells a little dusty. It smells kind of musty. It's sweet off the nose, but it has like a very flat, dusty smell that it finishes with.
No, I'd agree with that for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a weird, but it's like stale. But not in a bad way. It's just like
I don't know how to explain it, bro.
Exactly, it's funky, but it's not.
Funky.
It's not like it's not like a gelato funk where it's got gas to it. It's just like mildewy, stale.
It almost like I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah,
like cheese or something.
and
It's like cheese.
and grape pie is very different, where it's sweet all the way through. It's like grape candy, and I fuck with grape pie. Puffin has an amazing grape pie. That'd be some amazing concentrate for sure.
Oof. It does sound good. When you were first, when you started like this company, when you were starting, and because you already talked about how your mom was very supportive of the video game stuff. When you were starting the company, like what was that? Where did you start that out of? Like your house, or were you just?
Yeah, man. So, fuck, it's a pretty interesting story. So, I left the fire service when I was about 21 years old.
Yeah.
And then pursued music, and then from there, that didn't really work out. But I just went all in on cannabis.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I like learn the ins and outs at Chai, and then
What's chai?
Chai is
Dispensary.
It's a dispensary in Santa Cruz. Sorry.
I used to drive to Santa Cruz just to go to Chai.
Really?
Like from San Mateo.
Yeah.
They were the plug.
What made it so great?
So they were actually the number one grossing dispensary in Santa Cruz at the
Oh,
time. They
shit.
were like leading the way for Prop 215. They were the first indoor only lab tested retail location in NorCal, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
They were just the plug, man. Like you can go and get it's indoor only, just all fire, good
Everything was
prices.
similar, like where everything was like $45-$50 an eighth, and you'd go and all their eighths were anything over 3.5 grams. Like they would kind of just throw it on the scale, and it would be like,
Exactly.
that's good, and they would just bag it up for you.
Yeah, it'd be like 3.7.
So sometimes it was heavy,
4.2.
dude. I had a dude like literally put 5 grams for me, and he was like, "Yeah, it's cool, man." And like, and it was like, and it's just maybe they had a bunch of that flour or whatever, and it was just the dopest. And you go and always have that feeling every time if you're getting hooked up by the homies. Like it was cool. They made it feel like they were homies every time you went in there.
I think that's the one thing I do miss about dispensaries is. That's the one thing I do miss about dispensaries before it became what it is now was being able to like go and was like, oh, I do feel like I'm getting hooked up. You know what I mean? Where like some dispensaries would touch my weed and I hated that. The people had like utensils and really were like, I'm like, all right, cool. Or girl had gloves and stuff. Yeah. And that felt cool too when you were like, oh, perfect. Like I feel like, this is great. I feel like I'm one of the homies. This is awesome.
And so that was a big thing too when Prop 215 went away. A lot of those hookups went in because everything has to be track and trace. So before there was a lot of like compassion programs or buyers would be able to vendors would be able to just stop by and just leave shit. Like if it obviously was okay with but leave it for the staff or leave it for promos or whatever. They didn't have to be tracked as long as you were able to take it, like wanted to take it, they could give it to you.
Fucking days.
And so
The good old
go
days.
and be like, hey, here's 50 pre-rolls, just give them out to the first 50 people or whatever, And as long as your dispensary was cool with it, and like you run a deal, run a promo, and so like that's unfortunately just gone. You have to pay something, so that's why you get the penny plus excise now when you go in, buy one whatever, get it for $1.
100%.
That's the only way to get around it.
What do you think would make this? What do you think would make the? I guess I don't know, market or just what would better the community, like legislation wise? What do you think?
I mean, just less taxes.
The taxes are fucking
the
insane.
burden is absolutely insane.
LA especially.
Yeah, if we could just level with your standard business, I mean, that would just drive the prices down so much for consumers and just generally business owners. So
What are the taxes like now?
I think after excise and like city and everything, like city to city, it's something like 34% or something like that is taxes.
Jesus.
Where like in San Francisco, it's like your regular 10%, but it's only like 14% on top of that. Like it's a lot more reasonable. But then you got to Vallejo, and the same thing where it's about 30% again. Like it really just depends on what the city has voted and like everyone in the area voted.
Generally, yeah, I've been seeing like 37% or whatever.
Crazy, and it just went up like last year, like 2 or 3%.
Exactly, yeah, it went from 35 to 37, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but
excise went up, everything went up.
I don't know. My CPA might see this, whatever. Don't shoot me in the foot, but I'd peg our taxes at like 60% at least of what
Yeah, insane.
No, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah. It's like California. It makes it hard to make it as a small person or anyone who doesn't have huge financial funding to make it in the industry. For the most part, you go to Arizona, all these other states, like you're still able to make money. You're able to do what you have to do, and like you're able to make it happen. But here, everything's got to go through everything. Uncle Sam's got to get his cut. Like there's just so much process. But by the time it hits the shelf, it's fucked. You know what I mean? A small person can't pay for 3 models of packaging and have a lawyer check it out every single time when they're trying to start a brand. You know what I mean? To make sure it's all compliant. And it's crazy. And some dispensaries won't even fuck with you if your thing isn't compliant. I mean, obviously, which, they shouldn't. It's not a legal product.
Right.
But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things where it's like, oh, like, can you just, work on this next time or whatever. It's small things that people let go all the time. But a lot of times, just like, I'm in the barrier of like, nope, sorry. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not easy being a company owner right now. I feel like a lot of companies, aren't making a bunch of money unless you're at the top already. And, you really got to do it for the love of it. You know what I mean? And we see the ones that, they just posted what was the company? I put it on my Instagram. Aaron posted it, but it was about that company that reported like a bunch of losses, like a 4-point-something billion losses.
Yeah, basically every publicly traded company, not every, but most, a lot of them are posting major losses. I think Aurora was one of them.
Yeah, Aurora, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough time in the world, and it's even tougher time on cannabis companies as far as just taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those bigger companies are going to be able to withstand this.
Yeah, they'll be
long, you know what
fine.
I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of crazy.
I'm kind of a conspiracy guy, bro. Like I'm convinced it was set to fail. It was it's just a huge burden that they didn't expect any company to really make it. These companies draw themselves into debt, and the fucking big guys come in and buy it for pennies.
take everything.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I'm.
It's almost like set up.
But I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just kind of.
Ooh,
see.
conspiracy theories. I love it.
Frank, you want to promo that
What?
joint for
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is Açaí Gelato. Thank you, Açaí, for donating to our Patreon.
That's the strain.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, my bad.
Açaí Gelato.
Oh, okay.
Feel like an acai bowl.
This next joint is brought to us by Centaur Spencer, my homie Spencer Myers. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Spencer. Appreciate you,
Thanks, dog.
Let's go, Spencer.
Açaí Gelato. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
It's a very Italian last
Thanks,
name.
Açaí.
Yo, listen, I'm dumb, bro. I'm super fucking dumb. I don't know if I said this on the podcast yet, but I was talking to someone about this where they were asking me about math, and I was like, I'm bad at math, and then I was like, in my senior year of high school, I was in a freshman and sophomore math class.
We're playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It was with Mark Smalls.
Yeah, I said it to Mark Smalls, and I'd never heard a group of my friends get quieter so fast. Yeah, I was not good at math. I was good at everything else.
We also asked you what the continents were.
I mean, listen, it's tough, right?
Well, hey, I was a late bloomer with math and grammar and everything.
Me too.
You know, I had to get involved with business and have to deal with it on a daily basis with fucking SOPs and dealing with
Bro,
attorneys,
he handles all the
licensing.
emails.
Yeah.
I had to literally teach myself to sound fucking professional. I couldn't sound like a fucking idiot on these emails when you're dealing with all these big clients.
Yeah, no, 100%. I had to.
Self-taught. I was a late bloomer though, bro.
No, I had to.
I went to Kumon through 4th grade, so I can't say shit.
I had to break it to him. I'm like, listen, man, I can do all the other stuff. I'm the fucking. I'll sing and dance, but I fucking suck at writing emails.
Just handle the other shit.
Yeah, I sound like a fucking idiot. I'm just like, blah.
Bro, I was the worst, and I'm fucking dialed now. So if I can do it, man, it's just you just gotta fucking
Practice, repetition,
maybe.
Yeah,
Just, really. Proofread, look how your attorney writes to you. You're like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
Frank doesn't have
No,
an
learn
attorney.
this word.
Kidding me? No,
Frank's
yeah.
attorney.
Yeah. It's just fucking JP in a suit. It's just like a mustache, fake mustache.
Heavy shit, boys.
And Frank's attorney.
It just says attorney on the back of your fucking hat. Oh my god. I fucking love it.
Thanks, Açaí. This is fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Paradiso flower. It's a side gelato.
Yeah.
It's great.
Who makes that?
Paradiso.
Oh, Paradiso? Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying words to me. What was the big word I used today? Juxtaposition, which I think I still said wrong.
Oh, it was close.
Oh, okay.
What does it mean?
Fuck. Listen. It means.
No, it's all
You don't know
messy.
what it means? It means two things that don't go together, so it really stands out. Well, tell me more about Prop 215 and how cool it was back in the day. No.
Oh, no, that's what we were talking about, bro. Like how Summit Boys and like let's just fucking backtrack to that shit. All right. So yeah, I left the fire service and just because I was in some, I ran over 300 calls. It was a great experience.
Whoa.
But
300
And in the mountains too, right?
Yeah,
In Santa Cruz,
Mountains,
fucking crazy.
Yeah, Company 36.
Nuts.
Yeah,
off Summit Road.
To actually talk about that a little bit before.
Yeah, all right.
Actually, like, yo,
Like, 'cause that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
you're a
man.
firefighter?
Yeah. So, I was like 17, 18 at the time, and I come from like lower middle class, so I just really, I wanted to have my shit together, I didn't want to fuck up, and just like end up with like homeless or something. I was legit scared for that shit,
No, absolutely.
Yeah, so
This shit comes out of nowhere.
I was like, hey, I'm going to like one of the top fire academies.
Yeah.
College of Siskiyou. I actually got a tattoo.
Oh, nice.
It was one of the gnarliest experiences of my life.
Getting a tattoo?
Yeah. College of Siskiyou. This is the emblem of the school.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, man, it has like a 60% dropout rate on
the-
average or more.
Shit.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's like top 3 in the nation. They have their own burn tower. It's like 4 stories.
What's a burn tower?
Oh, it's a structure they can like simulate fires and smoke out, and they have like confined space awareness rescue and like every training you can imagine they have on site.
Whoa.
And then Cal Fire's assisting with the training.
You
And
said confined.
confined space awareness. So like you're literally as a firefighter, you can get put into some tight situations where you need to maneuver with your self-contained breathing apparatus, your tank on your back. You got to throw it in front of you, and you got to like maneuver through tight spaces, man. Yeah, it can get heavy. So you're trained for everything there. You have to get 80% or better on all coursework, whether it's a physical test or a written test. You get 3 retakes. If after your third, they literally pack bags in front of you. They just kid after kid just fucking, and yeah, man, it was tough. But,
Was Backdraft your favorite movie?
dude, I saw that after the academy.
Really?
Actually.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, man, I ended up like 4.0 GPA. Fucking crushed it. Like
So if shit's
actually,
ever-
I was on my 3rd retake, by the way, dude.
Imagine like it was the last
Bro,
chance.
yeah, I had to quit smoking weed and shit. Like, the last 2
I
months.
gotta take this shit seriously, bro.
Bro, yeah, I was like, this is it to my family, bro. Like, I already said I was lower middle class. Like, I got some scholarships and shit, but they were like the boots, the outfit, everything's really expensive. Like, I cannot fuck this
Really?
up.
How expensive is the outfit?
Bro, like, dude, well, the dorms, the food,
Yeah.
like, dude, bro, I don't know. It was, I would say they invested $20K, not even including the scholarships and everything. I couldn't fuck up, bro. I was like, I couldn't be that kid fucking crying, packing up, leaving.
Dragging his
I was
ex
like,
and
bro, I was
shit?
like, I'm not
Yeah.
doing this shit. So I quit smoking weed, killed it, graduated, all was good. Teamed up with Lower Creative Fire Rescue Company 36.
Yeah.
I was a volunteer, and then I started interviewing for Cal Fire. And but I worked for Loma for 2 years, and I ran over 300 calls. It was a really good experience. I was in the interviewing process with Cal Fire. I had the opportunity to go, be a career firefighter, and I just, I took a step back, and I was like, man, all my friends are at music festivals. They're going to fucking Coachella, fucking lightning in a bottle, raging. I'm sitting here dealing with some heavy shit. And I felt like I was a little bit too young at the time to just, I was doing great. I was really good at my job. I was an EMT certified. I was fucking crushing it.
But like psychologically having to be put in those situations all the time and dealing with like life
they
and
wouldn't let me
death.
smoke weed, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you go send me on a fire for 3 weeks. I'm gonna come home and burn.
I mean,
what
yeah,
I'm
you're
saying?
seeing like, I don't know what kind of calls you saw, but it's like if you see some real heavy shit, like that weighs on you, bro.
Yeah, I saw a lot of heavy shit.
Yeah, man.
But like the good outweighed it, and but still, at the same time, I was seeing heavy shit. And I was like, man, I just want to go have a good time, right?
Exactly.
So, I just went all in on music, and then that didn't really work out. But I always loved cannabis. I was growing throughout this process.
How fun was it flipping the siren?
Oh, it was amazing, bro. I fucked up my hearing a little bit though, because I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're not supposed to have the windows down. I always have the fucking window down.
Oh no.
It's so loud.
Like, go out the window. I'm like, oh fuck, bro.
Oh damn.
You ever drive the truck?
I drove it. Not code 3. No,
ever
never
drive
code
the
3.
truck?
No. But yeah,
Real excited.
If I was a firefighter, I wasn't.
We're an honest journalism podcast, all right?
I wasn't burning when I was a firefighter. Too.
Oh, of course, yeah, obviously.
I couldn't, and I really love cannabis. I really wish I could have.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want my firefighter showing up stoned.
Not stoned, but just on my off days, bro.
Of course.
Where's the fire, man?
Yeah,
You really really wouldn't want your firefighter showing up stoned.
He's just fucking. He's got his.
You want that fucker like sober, on point. Ready
He
to
shows
fucking
up. His
send
gas
it.
mask is already full of smoke, and he pulls it off. He's like, "What's up, guys?"
That would be the worst.
Oh man.
You wouldn't want that.
Who am I giving mouth to mouth? Yeah.
No, have mad respect for that fucking experience. Though,
Absolutely.
man. It was, dude. It was.
I
Like,
couldn't fucking do it.
It shaped me up to, a response. It geared me up for Summit Boys and everything else, right? It was
Yeah.
a crazy experience.
I love firefighters, dude. They're so attractive.
Damn, dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was insane. And
How
yeah,
fun was it going down that pole?
I did it like for like fun basically a couple times, but at the house I was at, they didn't have one.
Damn.
So, yeah.
At that point, this is how fucking much of a child I would have been. I'd be like, I can't do it anymore.
I that weed fire department, like our academy went there a couple times, and we could but I don't know, man.
I could just imagine the trainer just looking at him, like, all right, you guys can go ahead and go down. Everyone's like, yeah, and then they all just run. And I'm a child. Anyways.
Yeah, man. So that's when I fucking dove. After that, I dove into music and chai. I just wanted to get my foot in the door, like whatever it took, man. I
Were
actually
you
ended up.
bud tending or?
Yeah. So actually, I tried forever to get hired there. It wasn't working out, and then I ended up becoming friends with one of the bud tenders, and I met him at one of that guy's house, and we're all fucked up. We're partying and shit. I was like 21 at the time. I was like, hey, bro, I'm highly motivated. You know, I was a firefighter. I'm really fucking passionate about cannabis.
I know how to swing
I had
an
a back
axe.
injury. I was like, I'm all in.
Oh, shit, you had a
I
back
love growing
injury?
it too. Yeah, it just I don't know, man. Just like fucking maybe training or just lifting patients. I don't know what it was, but
I mean,
And
yeah.
then I was hard as fuck on my back, like snowboarding, jet skiing. I just beat the shit out of myself.
Yeah.
growing up,
Quick, yeah.
You know.
Damn. Shit catches up quick, man. Being old sucks.
Yeah. And then I had a car accident happen when I started Summit Boys. We'll get that shit right away.
What?
Yeah, I was just sitting. Oh fuck it! I was just sitting at a stop, and this fucker hit me going like 60.
Oh,
I was just at a stop, yeah.
Was he drunk? What was he? Just not paying
Texting
attention?
or some
Oof.
shit. Yeah, she's a youngster.
Dumb.
Yeah, I don't
Jesus
know what happened,
Christ,
man.
dude.
I-
That's unreal.
Totaled my brand new Tacoma. His shit's totaled. Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Glad you're okay, dog.
Yeah,
That's
man.
insane.
Yeah, no, not yeah, yeah. It definitely fucked me up.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it was
like
bad.
it was a
It was
lot
gnarly.
of physical therapy, chiropractics. I'm still
Feeling
feeling
shit
it.
here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herniated disc and shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit don't. Yeah, that's just not. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm actually like fucking. I'm doing better considering. So
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
yeah.
This makes it a little nicer.
Yeah.
Waking up in the
Yeah.
house, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
We're hanging out here. This is a pretty nice spot.
Yeah. So
That view in the morning, I'm sure, like, your back feels okay.
Yeah. That hot tub's nice, bro.
nice, bro.
What's that like? How's it feel too? Like being in? I think we were talking about it when we first met, but like being in this like waking up in a fucking mansion.
Yeah, coming from the Santa Cruz
unreal.
Mountains.
And then
It's
doing like business shit.
sharing a room with family to this shit, bro. It's unreal. Like I remember the first day. You're just shocked, man. Like actually, it took like a month for me to legit fucking even. I don't even think I don't even know, bro. I'm like speechless. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. I'm just beyond blessed to be here. We're just highly motivated to keep pushing out good content. Keep pushing everyone who's supporting us, and yeah, we have some crazy shit planned.
That's great,
I'm
man.
excited to see it, bro.
That's
Crazy
fucking
shit
really
planned,
dope,
bro.
man.
I'm excited for you, dog.
Outside movie
Yeah.
nights. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah, they
excited.
got
Yeah,
the
the blow up.
projector, bro. That shit was
Yeah,
crazy.
and HighRise TV is great too. You know what I mean? Like I feel like.
Yeah, how'd you get hooked up with them?
Yeah, I feel like we really met a good
Yeah,
group
man,
of
that's an
dudes.
interesting story. So we were actually at High Times. That's where we got first, second, third, I think. Yeah, first, second, and third, different categories. So we just had a booth, and then Aaron rolled up with Jay, I believe. I think it was. Sorry if it wasn't, but I know for sure Aaron was there. And yeah, they just rolled up to our booth. They're like, "Hey, what are you guys doing for media and marketing?" You know, like at the time, our social media page probably had under 1,000 followers. You know, like we were very new, and yeah, I was just like, I don't know, nothing really. You know, I'm like, it's really hard to find like a agency that's actually geared for cannabis and can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
and knows like the right people and like.
it's exactly what we were experiencing with this podcast.
Yeah,
like
and-
when first getting into it. Yeah, 100%.
And that's what fucking HighRise is, basically. They are the fucking cannabis agency plugged in with pretty much every influencer. And what they ended up doing, they actually bought a gram from our booth. And then they shot it. They did some crazy macro shots, and they ended up sending it to me. And I showed my board, and I was like, hey, man, like, just like, gamble with me. Let's go for
Check it
it.
out.
Because, like, we didn't
Yeah.
really have a good budget. We were a startup at that point. We were in some debt. Like, it was hard for me to get anything approved. But yeah, man, we just fucking pushed it through, and then they just over delivered. Like, it was just an absurd amount of content. Everyone was stoked. You know, I got the budget approved, and then we've been with them ever since. But we just kept collaborating, and like after a year of working together, and our page blew up to like 60,000. They were giving us really good media content to post, and we were just like, hey, like, let's do a content house. Like, all these other, you know, different companies are doing TikTok houses. You know, YouTubers, TikTokers, fucking you name it. There's people doing content houses, gamers especially.
Mm-hmm. It's a model
Phase,
now.
You know, the Cloud House.
Yeah, it's a model.
Yeah.
Now.
Where is that in cannabis? You know, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I mean. Yeah.
So, you know, Aaron, I was coming down to LA probably twice a week at that point for work, and I was, you know, always stopping by his spot in Long Beach, and we were just talking, man, and we're like, hey, let's just make this happen. You know, like I have some great connections with Summit Boys. He has an absurd amount of connections in the industry. The synergy's there. You know, we've always vibed really, really well with HighRise.
It's important.
They're on the same level as us. You know, just a small facility, low overhead, just grind and fucking get it done.
Yeah.
You know, that's both of our stories there. And because like our lab is only 2,000 square feet.
Yeah.
You know, 10 employees. You know, so
wow.
it's nothing like.
Fuck.
It's pretty small considering, like, you know, if you want to compare us to like a publicly traded company. You know? It's just been we fucking did it, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a fucking mansion right now. This is fucking
Yeah.
wild. Yeah.
And we didn't even know if it was really going to work. We had a feeling it would. I don't know, man. Like, sponsors stepped up. A lot of people supported us. Like, shouts out like Fresh Baked, Stunning Glass, G-Pen, just to name a few. There's a ton of others.
Hitting that stunning is like my favorite thing.
Yeah, man.
It's
so
fucking
much
great.
It's also, I mean, we were very lucky too, linking up, because, I mean, we've been trying to do this kind of podcast for like fucking 3 years, and like I've had meetings with like TV people, I've had meetings with other podcast platforms, comics that I know and stuff, and they were just kind of like, I don't see it, and you know, being able to talk to you and Josh and Aaron and Derek, you kind of realize it's like, yeah, okay, this is ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? Because there's no one doing something like this. You know, like
We're writing the SOPs.
yeah.
You know?
But I think it is also important because you're talking to people that are from the industry, actually doing a big podcast. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it feels good. A lot of cool things happening.
Yeah, man. It's fabulous.
A lot of dope shit.
Yeah. Do you think legalization is going to happen? Do you think it's going to
Yeah,
finally?
Like nationally, eventually.
Yeah.
For sure.
2 to 5 years.
You think they're going to raid
That's my
everybody
guess.
first?
Oh, I'm on the record. 2 to 5 years, boys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It'd be nuts. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, especially just like seeing how much money's already being poured into it
Yep.
by like bigger companies. Like Fireball has a brand in fucking in Nevada and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like they're working almost ready for. And once they have that, they already have national distribution. You know, so like they're ready. Same thing with like Lagunitas and Hi-Fi.
Yeah, but is anyone
'cause
going to want to buy
as long as-
Fireball OG?
Well, but that's the thing is no, but people who don't smoke know Fireball.
Yeah.
And so they know the brand. And that's all that matters, dude. And that's why in Vegas it's perfect with cinnamon flavored gummies, because people don't smoke weed, know it's legal in Vegas. They go and they see the Fireball logo. Like, I drink that shit all the time. It tastes like Fireball? Give me that.
Yeah, now I'm stoned.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
tastes
And
like
that's
the thing I like. Yeah.
And it's just like the association. It's like right away. And it's like I said, same thing with Heineken owning part of Lagunitas is if Hi-Fi ever opens up and that shit goes big, like ABX and Heineken, you know, could potentially partner up, and they have then all of a sudden, you know, access to their distribution. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
I'm a little buzzed, and I want to see how heavy
5%.
this is. Okay, cool.
That's water.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Just making sure. I'm just really high. You ever start to drink and get stoned, and you're just like, all right, I can't tell.
We just smoked a quarter, right?
Yeah.
you're
Quarter
like,
to the
I'll do
dome,
it. And
you
then
took
a
dab.
beer. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah, we're
claw.
about to get Frank another dab, like a real good.
Oh, and then we sent some dabs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
let's
that,
do-
We got a bunch of flavors here.
Yeah, let's do another dab.
The orange cookie dough is fucking gas for sure. Very happy with that.
Oh.
So wait, should we tap back into the chai days?
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I gotta finish this.
No, absolutely.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. It's like 15 minutes of talking, then we get stoned for like 5 minutes, and then we're like, all right, what were we
What
talking
the fuck
about?
just
Oh,
happened?
yeah. And then we get right back to it, and then we laugh a bunch, and then I stare off, and I'm like, JP, continue the conversation, please. Yeah.
Orange cookie dough. Let's go. Yeah, bro. So I met the owner. He fucking let me give me a fucking job. I come in the next day. I just roll up to the fucking window. His chick Bree like kind of gives me a quick interview. And I start as a trimmer. You know, I'm just like right on the spot. They just take me to the back. There's a table of like 6 people, and they're trimming indoor. That was done at the facility next door, like, in the warehouse. And dude, I just like I loved my job. I was young. I was hungry. I was trimming like really good weight. Ended up vibing with the employees, you know, like Chris was really good to all of his employees. He would take them out everywhere, EDC, fucking dirt biking. I mean, the guy was great. And yeah, so I just started vibing with everyone. I just stayed consistent. They promoted me to a bud tender. And then I started doing that for a while. And then I was like trimming, bud tending. And then I was also helping out in the grow. And then I was like, then I started liaisoning and helping with like events and stuff. And just, you know, became a great employee with the company and just learned the ins and outs of the industry. The main thing was like, I went in there just to make sure I became knowledgeable, right? And I pretty much played every role in the company besides like a manager or an owner or something. But you know, I saw everything happen firsthand. Packaging, everything. I dabbled in everything. And I just got all that knowledge. And then it got to a point where I remember the day I was just gramming out grams, like a gram like just like this. Same jar, 9 ml and everything. I was like, man, I would do a gram, set it aside, and I would count how much he was selling it for, 40, 8, you know, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24.
And you're like, this dude's making so much money.
Exactly. And I was like, man, I want to be on the other end of this, right? Like, I'm ready to make some real money. I mean, he was paying everyone really well. But, you know, I was just an entrepreneur. Like, I've always, like, I really want to just fucking just go for it.
Full
you know?
send.
Yeah. And so I put on my notice, great, on good terms. Everyone's, you know, we're all chilling. And I go and trim on a cannabis farm.
Ooh,
up in Humboldt because I needed some startup money. So
I've done that before.
You know?
Getting a fight with a hippie.
Dudes, yeah, up in Humboldt, Bell Springs Road. I did about like 6-7 months there or something. Slept on a floor, like a little mat.
Once. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was an outhouse, you know, did the whole thing.
Yeah, bro.
But I was trimming weight and...
Like 13 dogs.
Yep.
So between my roommate and I, we saved up about, my roommate Patrick and I, we saved up about like 15 grand.
I went to high school with him.
Nice, yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Wait. Did you just figure that out now?
No, it was just something like he actually delivered my first order.
Oh, no
And
way.
then he's like, oh, yeah, like, where are you from? And I was like, oh, it was small. I was, where are you from? He's like, oh, it's a small town. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, me too. And I was like, oh, where'd you go to high school? And then I said, and he was like, yeah, me too. And he graduated a year after I did.
Oh, no way.
And my sister and him know each other.
Such a small world.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then your 20-person company and your roommate when you were 21 happened to know him. It's just a trip.
Yeah.
And now we're fucking doing this.
That's so bananas. It's also so crazy. Like, it is a small world. Also, the weed community is so, you know, pretty, I guess, I don't know. I'm going to stop talking. Let's do this dab.
Let's do this dab.
So that was at the Chai. That's dope, man. And then you, then you started the company?
Yeah, no, so we saved up 15 grand, and then we went, so Monterey County, I noticed, did not have any retail locations. That's a big deal, right? Salinas is a city there. There's 160,000 people in this county. Like, there's no retailers. It was just like a really good business opportunity. I had the Chai model, you know, the indoor only, lab tested, just got like, I learned from one of the best what to do, right? So I brought that to Monterey County, and I leased a house, which I ended up buying.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I leased a house, or not leased,
that's
I
a good
rented.
feeling.
I rented a house
Yeah.
that I ended up buying. And I literally spent like fucking 10 grand on a lawyer, and then I got roommates, and the rest was spent on products and rent and shit.
Yeah.
Even with like another small loan of like maybe a couple grand, I think it was at the time. And I went all in, dude, and I was like, literally had like no money. Like, and I was like, all right, I had everything set up, weed maps, the phone, everything was set up legitly through a lawyer. I had a corporation, nonprofit, everything's good. Deliveries are good. I'm zoned right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, bro, if this phone doesn't fucking ring, or like, you know, like I'm just fucked. And like, I have about 29 days to fucking
To pay my first bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have any other side hustles or income at that time. I was just up north for 7 months. You know, I invested all my money into that, so I couldn't fucking BM hustle or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah. So man,
as scary as a feeling as that was, how great did it feel to be like, I'm doing what I want to do?
It was good, man.
Right?
The house it was a beautiful house. I was blessed to be there. yeah, it was great. It was scary as fuck, but it was
Terrifying, right?
I just felt like it was the right thing to do. I trusted myself. I had a couple years at Chai at that point.
That's what we were talking about before the podcast, where it's like, like I feel like the journey an artist takes is also very similar to the journey an entrepreneur takes, or the owner of a company that's starting his own shit. So it was like to hear you be like, it's got to be consistent, and to really trust in yourself to do it. You know, like it is a team effort with everyone you work with, but
you gotta jump to fly, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're doing with this, but it's like circling back around. It's cool to see you and everybody and be like, oh yeah, this is what the mindset is. You're around people that are like, yeah, we're gonna fucking grind and hustle and make it work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it's great support too. Like people saying, hey, you're young. If this fails, you can always do something else. Don't worry. You can always go rent a room for cheap. I think if you lose the house, it's fine.
Failing's important. You gotta fail. We were talking about you failing's so important.
Yeah. Oh, I failed. Yeah. Countless times. Yeah. Everyone does.
You have to.
You have to. That's a learning process. And
I feel bad for someone who's never failed. Because that first time it happens.
God, everyone's
white kids here in LA.
No matter what, man.
I mean, there's some people you've seen.
The first time you ride a bike, you fucking probably stack.
I mean, there's some people. I'm just kidding.
Business. You're talking business.
Well, just like in like really fail in life, or like the thing that you know what I mean. Like I've had times where you're opening up for some of your favorite people, and then you just have a bad set, and you're like, fuck, I was not the consistent professional I needed to be.
Yeah, no.
And it. Your career, you're like, I gotta quit. No, but it's tough, man. But I think that only makes you better.
Yeah, no, it does. It makes you stronger.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But yeah, man, I invested 15 fucking grand. All right, I'm like down to zero.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'm like, I set up weed maps. I got my phone, everything set up. I'm like, dude, I'm just like stressing, bro. I'm like, holy fuck, dude, this is heavy. And at the time we had 2 flower, so we had 2 different strains of flower. We had 2 strains of dabs and like 1 edible. I'm like launching with this, right?
Yeah.
Like pretty embarrassing, but you're like, hey, this is all I got. I'm all in. And dude, I'll never forget it, man. Like the first day I set it up, I'm like tripping for 2 hours. I'm sweating, and the fucking phone rang. And I was like, what the fuck? All right, chill. I did the first delivery. I'm like tripping out. He's like, I have my attorney. He has all the paperwork. He has to sign like 2 pieces of paper. He signs up for the collective. He's got a card. Everything's good. We do the transaction. It was like $50, and then even then, $50 to me back then, with my margins, was like insane.
Yeah, absolutely, especially for pounds.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, bro, like this is good. Like I've always been very optimistic, so even 1 was great. And then, yeah, man, that fucking phone just kept ringing, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Just kept ringing.
And you were like,
margins are good.
It almost feels like you're in trouble, right? You're like,
yeah, no, it got real. And then I'm also compliant too. Like I was paying taxes, even though I was a nonprofit.
absolutely.
I was still paying like all my taxes and shit, payroll tax, shit like that. Yeah. Versus like 90% of the companies weren't paying, and I was competing with people not paying taxes. Which, looking back, I'm like. Anyways, I did the right thing.
They had the right idea.
I did the right thing.
They had the right idea.
But I did the right thing, dude.
Smart. That's so funny.
No, I would have had a much happier life and been fine if I didn't. But it's fine. I did the right thing.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it just blew up, man. We ended up with hundreds of menu items, thousands of members, 5-star rated, 2 drivers just cranking all the time, and got noticed by a local retailer, and yeah, we just ended up like merging, and then I ended up selling my stake of that company.
Fuck yeah.
For like a lab license and the space that we're in now.
Hell yeah.
And then that's and then I had some downtime during that process, so I went to Indus Holdings.
Monterey.
Yeah, one of my partners had like Bloom. They were doing vape pens, and yeah, I don't know. He just had me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to come like check this out and look over it for me?" Just like kind of, yeah, just come work there during like the downtime. And I was like, "Yeah, man, fuck it. I'm not doing anything, And yeah, so I just did that, and then I actually ended up meeting Anthony, who's like the co-founder, and yeah, I don't know. We were working, and then I was like, hey, I have access to this lab license. I was like, bro, you have your shit together. Like, I have an extraction background. I could make some yellow sauce, some good shit. Yeah. I extracted for chai. I knew my shit. Yeah. but not on the level that he did. You know, he was really familiar with all the filtration and just top notch. Like, I don't know. I'll save it for next time when he's here to go into that shit.
But it was like having a mentor.
He's the fucking chef, bro. He's like the Heisenberg of cannabis, bro. That guy's really talented. He's been in the extraction game for like 10 plus years. So I recognized that talent, and I said, hey man, I have this license, like, you know, I have this brand.
Let's do it.
Let's send it, you know. And he was down, and then he actually ended up. So he's the one who's responsible for all this like white crumble, like all this exotic shit. We didn't have this before Anthony got involved with the company. So yeah, he's a co-founder now. He's really brought it the quality we needed to hit the market and be like a top company, you know.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking dope.
So yeah,
man.
shout out to Anthony. Like he makes all this shit possible. You know, he's a great partner in the business, and yeah, man, it's been crazy. But yeah, we met there and did the lab, and here we are. October 10th, 2018, we launched.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
And then you got big stuff coming up.
Yeah, big stuff. And actually, you know, it wasn't that easy, bro. Like, let's back the fuck up a little bit. So to start the lab, we had to get a fucking angel investment. You know, it was like $730,000, and then by the time you could blink, bro, the company was in like $1.4 million in debt. You know, and so I had to take the realm. You know, I like made some internal changes in the company, and just really took the lead. And and Anthony as well, we both stepped up and got some people out of there.
But also to see that and be like, all right, this is what we need to improve. And keep
if we were gonna go down, I just wanted it to be on my accord and the shots that I was calling.
Yeah, you're like, this is my company.
Because I wasn't down for that to even happen to begin with. You know, you don't bring on a bunch of trim on terms without having purchase orders. You know, it wasn't the wisest move to just run. They wanted to run 24 hours a day, and they had all these like, you know, expectations of us. And the numbers look good. I get it. They weren't familiar with the industry, but we made some changes. And yeah, within like 7 months, we were profitable. We paid back that senior preferred debt, and ended up in over 400 retailers. But it was definitely a struggle, man. Like multiple nights, you're just like
grinding for months,
fuck, man. Because the senior preferred debt, you know, I got a year to pay these guys back, or I'm losing my company.
Yeah, people were angry at you and shit, and calling you, leaving messages and shit.
Yeah,
all the cultivators want to get paid. The construction guys want to get paid.
Yeah,
you know, it was a tough time, and we did our best to always delegate funds. And but yeah, man, we got everyone taken care of, and we came out on top. And
if you think robocalls
we still have a long
suck,
way to go.
If you think robocalls suck, just imagine fucking someone you owe $730,000 to. Yeah.
Well, luckily the 730 was their shareholders, so they were always,
I didn't know
they were just always mad, you know. So the other I guess the other 700 was just probably like we'll say like 10 vendors, and most were actually really great. You know, we only had a couple bad apples, but we took care of them, and it's understandable.
Totally.
That's
what it is.
Yeah, man. No, it was a rough path, but we just always stuck to our roots, which is what we started the company for. So like just to provide really high quality extracts at a low price point, like a consumer friendly price point with like really good material, and just like a low overhead. Because that's why we even started the lab, bro. Like we were working at Indus, they had like a fucking like 100,000 whatever it was square foot facility. They had edibles, tinctures, drinks, fucking cultivation, manufacturing. They're doing all these things, and like, you know, we were noticing that manufacturing was like the number one. It was making the money, you know. And it's like, why are you taking losses in all these other categories?
If you could just be me,
just focus on one. Master your craft, right? Yeah. So, you know, with Anthony's knowledge, and then, you know, my licensing abilities, and like I did all the permitting process. We couldn't afford an attorney. Because like all of our money was already spent on starting the bitch. It's like we were already fucking
tied up.
You know. Yeah. So I had to like.
I'm gonna read this very slowly,
bro. It's like, do I have 50 to 75 grand for an attorney to get me these licenses? Because it ended up, it just came with the bill. You didn't even come with a license. So I had to fucking do everything. And yeah, just late nights with Red Bulls. Yeah. And I taught myself to write all these like SOPs, like LOIs. Had some help with some partners, like they shared theirs, and like we just. I literally just got all the paperwork together, and yeah, we submitted. I did a lawyer's job. I wasn't a lawyer, bro. I had to like teach. I had to literally teach
Yeah,
myself.
you, like
Well,
learn.
reading the regulations
Yeah.
is like it's
No,
impossible, dude. It's like,
bro, it's hard, dude.
the
There's
fuck?
there's so many fucking avenues, bro. Like you have to have your surety bond, live scans, all of your SOPs in place.
So, like,
all your permitting.
How hard? Like, it just shows how hard it is just to be someone starting a company right now without all of these crazy things. You know, it is really. I mean, that conspiracy theory isn't that crazy when you see how difficult it is to get it done.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's one of the most highly regulated industries around the world. And yeah, I don't know. Dude, honestly, looking back, man, I was probably like 25 at the time, 26. I don't know how the fuck I did it. You know, it's just getting all that fucking paperwork together, and then you're in front of city council, you're in front of the city. We're actually the first licensed lab in the city of Seaside, and they only allowed 3.
Jeez.
So I mean,
And the people you're talking to are like what, fucking 45, 50-year-olds
oh yeah,
in the city council?
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
In city council.
yeah. I teamed up with so the person I got involved with like the retail stuff and everything. His name was Sal. Fucking great guy.
Cool dude.
Yeah.
Nice. There's one.
A
Thanks,
mentor.
Sal.
Mentor. Yeah. Thanks, Sal. Fucking this shit wouldn't be possible without him as well. And you know, he was just really mentoring me through the process. When we're going to city council meetings, you know, he'd show up as well, and just like it was nice to have someone there who's already experienced and knew everyone there, and it definitely helped us get a license a lot faster. So it definitely appreciate that. And but yeah, we had to have all of our paperwork together, man. Because you don't have one thing right, man, you're just fucking.
You're fucking back of the line,
They
right?
take your application fee and they make you resubmit.
yeah, exactly.
Really?
You don't do the revisions in time, absolutely.
What are the application fees like?
Oh, dude, they're insane, bro. I don't want to like. You can look it you can check it out on the BCC and CDPH website, but it's based off
People are
revenue.
getting fucked.
So if you let's say you make $1 to $3 million, I'm just throwing this out there, like you're gonna be put in this like a certain category. I think some of our licensing ranges from like I don't know $15,000 to like $35,000.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
It's then you got cultivation tax, excise tax, payroll tax, your local city of Seaside tax, income tax. I mean,
They're not making it easy for like young startups
it's
or just
insane.
like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, so like it's not an insane thing to be like, yeah, no, they're making it very hard for people to like, mom and pops to operate, and then big people are going to swoop in. And it's like that's business. That's what they do. That's what everyone's been doing forever since the dawn of time. Yeah. So it's not
Walmart
implausible.
will be involved in the future.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You bet
I
your
mean,
ass.
bro, you saw that deal with
I'm waiting for Bezos, bro.
bro, you saw that deal with
Monsanto is
TikTok.
gonna make fucking cannabis.
the pre-rolls will be
pesticides.
weird.
Everyone's gonna get it, man. I mean, the big companies that are coming in swoop. That's what's gonna happen.
Who do you think? Are you like a Marlboro man? Is it
Yeah,
gonna
no, tobacco and pharmaceutical companies
sure.
are going to be
Pharmaceuticals,
purchasing all these
absolutely.
cannabis companies. Yeah.
No, they have
100%.
the lab techs and everything. They just
I mean,
have SOPs and they can do them perfectly.
As soon as it's off the federal one, like, as soon as it's not federally legal, and like, as soon as it's legalized, all these big companies are coming in and just buy everyone up now before it blows up. I mean, if you look at the revenues from last year, I'm pretty sure cannabis like outsold like tobacco and alcohol. I mean,
So
Nuts.
when you say that, you mean like a big corporation will just buy a cannabis company that's already open, and then just start making put it
create a monopoly. You just want to buy a bunch,
take it to a mass production.
Yeah, I mean, they look at it as like a,
Oh, it's kind of like how there's like 4 big companies that own like everything, and they're all smaller branches.
Yeah, these big guys are like, what % of the market share do I own? Right? There's $30 billion being made. I need to buy up so many dispensaries, retailers, manufacturers to where I control 7% of the market share. Right?
Yeah.
Like that. It's.
And we just need to get one of those guys to sponsor this show. No, I'm just kidding.
No, like Burner, cookies, man. They had I think it was like a $700 million stock deal.
Whoa, what does that mean?
So like you're taking they offered $700 million, but it's in stock, right? And if anyone's watched cannabis stock, they're like fucked. Like most of them are taking losses. I think there's a small handful that actually are green right now, if any.
Even like Canadian cannabis stocks are not doing well,
Yeah.
which is insane because it's like completely legal up there, so it's all fair.
Like we were talking about earlier, Aurora, like they just took a fucking huge loss.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Stay away from losses, man. But I mean, it's understandable. It's a new industry. Everyone's learning,
Yeah.
especially on a large corporate scale.
Do you think the
understandable.
small craft ones, because I feel like Fresh Baked is like or not like a small craft one, but it's like a solid like local dope. Like it's a brand that you can like trust, that you feel like they care about the plant.
Yeah,
So
no, dude.
it's not a big corporate thing. They seem like a small team, right?
Yeah, they're definitely. I would say they're like a family.
Perfect
run
family.
team.
Yeah,
but they definitely have like the corporate structure as well. I mean, their facility is absolutely impressive. It's fucking massive.
Well, I think
Like,
there's a different. There's a
they have
different.
over 1,000 lights or something. You know, it's really impressive. They're doing great things over there for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's a difference between like a family owned that's like up to that level, you know what I mean? That's still like a family corporation, and like, you know, a Walmart that has like, you know what I mean?
Right. No, they've kept like the family quality.
Yeah, which is
vibe,
perfect.
And they just get the. I believe. I don't know. I'm not like. This is just what I'm like assuming or like what I see.
Well, from the
but
pictures I've seen, I'm just like,
believe-
oh, this is dope.
Yeah, I would assume they just got really good funding and they're keeping, you know, their roots and their values,
Which is
because
great.
It shows in their craft and their product, and it's just absolutely amazing to see. Like
When you see
Bobby, Amanda, everyone over there, they're great.
When you see people invest in the correct companies, you know what I mean, or like that they believe in companies that are going to make a difference in the market, I guess, or care about the product, is like, it's good to see. You know what I mean? It's not like some of the brands you hear that start and you're like, oh, that's just like people who have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and it's like bad. Like you see some of the stuff on the blacklist from, it's like, you know, places in like DC or wherever the fuck, and then they open it up and you're like, oh, that just looks like pieces of candy.
No, majority of them failed, man, and that's I think that's the same with any industry, you know, like, but especially cannabis, man. A lot of companies came in with big money and failed.
Wow.
A lot of people failed.
Wow.
And then you know, we have coronavirus going on, COVID, and
if you believe in that sort of thing, no, I'm
fuck no, bro. I mean, I don't even know, dude. I'm just gonna plead the fifth on that one.
No, I get it. I like my mask. I do. It does make me laugh.
I don't like my mask.
I mean, when I walk out and stuff, when it's at home, I don't wear that shit at all.
Bro, if I this is how I feel about masks in the future once like there's vaccines and the fucking media and government's over it. Like I'll wear, if I see someone, like I almost want to have one on me. If you ever see someone like really sick and shit, you like put on like an N95, just like when they're not like short stocked and you can have them. Just fucking throw one of those bitches on. If you're ever shopping or I don't know, I might use them in the future. Like if you're in a really public space.
Well, like,
it's like flu season, you're like, fuck this, man. I'm just gonna throw on my mask.
When I went to Japan, it's the only time I ever traveled, so I bring it up all the time. But when I went out there, they all wore masks, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And my friend explained it. It's not for them. It's not to protect. It's not to protect them from getting sick. It's for protect you from getting sick. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting way of thinking. Their whole way of thinking is very different. Like he was telling me, if you lose your wallet on the train, if you were to go back to the security desk, you'll get it back. Right. Because over there, it's not like if someone finds a wallet here, they're like, oh, finders keepers. Over there, it's like, oh, this isn't mine. I should return it. Yeah. So they're like, this isn't mine, and then they just
this person needs their shit back.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh damn. So my boy who was like teaching English there was like, yeah, I lost like fucking 3 backpacks every time I got them, and I'm like, really? He's like, yep.
All your shit's still in there.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's wild. They also have serial killers, just like us. Anyways, they eat people. It's pretty wild. There was a serial killer that was eating people. It was wild. It was great.
Well, that's not good, bro.
I love serial
killers. I don't want any fucking part of that shit.
No, I left.
Like, I just keep like, bro. That's
my wife does psychology stuff. She loves serial killer. Oh shit, what are we at? Oh, we're at like 1:11. All right, cool. I know you got shit to do.
No, I'm chilling, bro.
Are you good? All right, cool. We usually do like an hour, but I mean, we can keep. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, we can keep dabbing, dog. We're just chilling,
bro. Like, I'm chilling.
Yeah,
fuck
man.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
the City 99 is really good. It's like really planty, almost hashy.
Yeah, let's load it up.
Should we talk about some upcoming Subway shit?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hear a little bit more?
If you have any questions for me or JP or whatever the fuck, yeah.
Definitely, man. Yeah, well.
I'm so.
Yeah, so when it
actually,
I do have some questions, bro.
If you want to head this podcast, this would be great. Yeah.
Hey, so like, what's up with buddies, man? When'd you guys get started? How's the journey been?
It has been fucking insane. So I started this. I was just texting you about this. I started a month. July. It was about 3.5 months ago. We started this in my fucking living room.
Yeah.
Because
calling our guests.
Yeah, it was calling our guests, and then we just were like, "Fuck it, just come over." And then it was nice because after a while, people were just like, "Fuck it." It was nice to have like people just show up and hang out and smoke. And it was, I wanted it to be like the back of the Comedy Store, because at the store, it's like, I'd hang out and he'd show up and we'd just hang out. And I'd go up at 1 a.m. and midnight, because I work there too during the day. And, we'd just hang out, smoke, meet people, talk to comics, get stoned and shit. And then, COVID hit. I lost my job at the store. And then I was just kind of like, I had my shit on my Zoom and everything. And I was just like, you know what? I've always wanted to do this, and I need to. And I tried to start a podcast after I got on Rogan, and it just kind of like fizzled out. But then I met JP. He loves fucking weed. He's very knowledgeable. He fucking laughs his ass off at shit. And, I like to get stoned. And we just really compliment each other. And we also care about marijuana and stuff, so we also just like good conversations. So it felt cool to like
recreate it as much as possible.
And it just kind of like we kept doing it, and I've had a lot of really good support from other comics. Josh Wolf came out, who's our first like really cool, dope, like big guest. Not that I haven't. Sorry, everybody else. Thanks for those views, Josh. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it felt cool to like really get dope people on. Like we've had Lisa Traeger, we've had Tony Hinchcliffe, all like I wanted to have a podcast where I could like showcase my funny friends and also show them good weed that I know that they smoke, And
my favorite thing is showing somebody like one of these joints or something super crazy in weed and then being like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, that's my favorite reaction.
Yeah.
And it's something that's just like I get to do every single time I record.
And I love love all my friends and I love all my guests. And usually the people that I have on that are comics are all people that I've smoked weed with anyways at the store. So it's like, these are people I think are funny that'll have fun conversations. And I want to show cool shit, because the funny thing is, this is the controversial thing I'll say. A lot of comics don't smoke good weed. Everybody I know, they smoke okay weed, but they don't smoke good weed. They don't smoke.
I mean, a lot of people don't.
A lot, yeah. So
I mean, it's getting better.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You're very right.
Yeah. So it feels good to like meet good, like figure out what's good. Figure out like what's good companies and stuff, and also try to do our research and shit, and bring this to comics that I love and get them stoned and really just have fun conversations like we're at the back of the store. But it feels crazy to think that I have this podcast and we did this fucking in my living room now, and then we get to do this here and we work with great people, and now we're also talking to good companies and stuff and making moves, and it's funny because the first month and a half after losing my job at the store, I was so fucking like sad and depressed and shit, because it was like, I don't know, I'm not doing stand-up, I'm not writing, like I'm playing video games in my underwear and shit. Yeah, man. It was tough. Yeah. And then
the entertainment industry,
and then the stimulus hit.
Huge hit.
And then the stimulus hit, and then thank you, Trump. And
depression
then depression gone. And then but it was
tons.
It was just like, we should.
People were like, thank you, government.
Yeah, thank you, government. But it was also like, this is something I know I could do and talk about, and I know it's interesting. And also, we figured out the advertising thing. It was just kind of like, no one else is doing something like this, I mean, mad respect to Doug Benson, and Joey Diaz dipped, you know what I mean? So it's like no one's doing this, and also talking to companies and like the people that do the stuff, and like really like show
doing it.
Yeah,
it's you made a company and you guys did the awards. You guys did going into legalization.
Yeah.
Like it's like the process of that is unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's a journey I want to show people. You know what I mean? Because people like there's such a disconnect between like showing up at a dispensary and picking something up and being like, oh, okay, this is a thing. This is blah blah blah, and then it's like, oh, this guy was on a podcast. I can talk to him. You're like, oh, okay, I like this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go and I'll buy that company. You know what I mean? And then they like get invested in you, and then they also like see what the brand's about, and they're like, oh yeah, I fuck with this, because weed's not like anything else. It's like brand loyalty is very interesting. The kind of people that you connect with. Also, a lot of comedy fans smoke weed, so it's cool to see the crossover.
Bro, I think cannabis and comedy go fucking hand in hand.
Absolutely.
I mean.
It's like cannabis and music.
I'm going high as fuck to any comedy show.
Absolutely.
I want to be beyond blitz. I hope I can smoke.
Like normally, like
On
when I
site.
forget certain, like to the point where I'm like forget the first 15, 20 minutes of people's acts.
Yeah. That's how we met. I was on stage. He was in his Buds and Roses hoodie. I asked for a discount, and we've been best friends ever since.
That's such a good one.
Yeah, after I walked out and I was like, "Hey man, so I can actually give you a discount." And he was like, "Oh no, I was just kidding." I was like, "But really?"
And I was
Really?
like, thank
Yeah,
God.
He's like, give me an Instagram.
But it was also it was cool to have someone that also like one believed in what I was trying to do, because it was like, you know, same thing, like going to these different platforms and being like, yo, there's nothing on the market like this. You know what I mean? There's no place for brands to really like advertise and stuff, because no one else is doing something like this. So it was just very dope. Sorry, I keep doing this.
No, yeah, it's cool, man. Dude, yeah. So when fucking COVID lightens up, man, I'm new to the area. I'd love to see some comedy shows.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
I've actually never been
there's-
to a comedy.
really? Oh, there's also like,
I mean, I watched on Netflix. and
yeah,
shit.
but there's comedy shows still happening. Like there's places you could go that are socially distant comedy shows. Like, yeah, we could do this.
Bro,
the store.
when you take me, I want it to be like a banger. You
No,
know?
absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
absolutely. Like
Yeah, you don't want to see an acoustic set. You're like, I want the concert and I want
bro, I'm
the
like
hits.
Gabriel Iglesias, Kevin
Yeah,
Hart,
yeah,
like fucking Dane Cook. I don't know
Well,
if he's still
let
around.
me tell you right
I
now.
don't know if you guys are like. I don't know if there's a like. I don't know. I like. This.
You are setting your sights very high. No.
Dude, I want to send. That's what I'm saying, bro. We gotta send like a good one.
Yeah. I mean,
Shouts out to everybody who does comedy.
Absolutely.
Just a good one. Yeah.
nah, man.
I
No
just wanna be
shout outs
laughing.
to everyone that does comedy. All right.
Dane
Take
Cook
someone
and
where I'm
nobody.
laughing.
Yeah. You ain't in a mansion. No, I'm just
Bro,
kidding.
I wanna
I'm
be
just
like,
thinking
laugh
that.
my ass off.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
100%.
I did
mid to high.
hilarious.
I know we shot for the moon there. We
Hilarious.
could drop it down a little.
I did comedy on top of a fucking parking garage roof the other day. That is what I can offer you right now. I watched a helicopter fly through my friend's set, and it was the funniest thing,
Choppers everywhere.
bro. It was so funny,
Always.
dude. It was so funny because it was.
experiences, man. That sounds fun, man.
Yeah, man.
I think we're trying to get like a backyard show going, like at this place in Hollywood, like coming up soon too. So
Yeah,
tons of stuff going on.
yeah. Absolutely. Trust me,
yeah.
comics are dying to do stand up. I mean,
Let's run some shit at Basecamp, dude.
I mean, yeah, people would do it. People would do
we
it.
need a comedy night, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Comedy night.
Derek, I think Derek brought it up to me. He was like,
throw,
yeah.
throw people weed, like some like throw them product, and
Bro,
fucking
we
25
got,
bucks.
Listen.
we got doobies, dabs.
People are
fucking-
dying for 10
Like
minutes.
fucking $20 and some pizza,
mean-
bro, and that's it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Like it's like
Just make it like a homie thing, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Just invite the homies. You know?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
have 25 people,
You have,
everyone.
you have a collective.
How much are
Make it happen,
COVID
cover the
tests?
fees,
No.
you know? Be crazy.
Yeah, I love it. You guys, you guys want to dab it again?
Absolutely, dude.
Did you?
Yeah, I just took one. Do
Do you want me to send Frank?
Yeah, send me. Let's fucking. Oh yeah, we're at like 120. This is perfect.
I'm gonna fucking.
Bro,
and then lunch of the show.
I'm ready, bro. I'm geared for 3 hours, bro. You just tell me. Like, what we're doing.
Oh damn! All right, cool.
Where's the Adderall? No.
Hey, but we're opening in Oklahoma.
What?
Summit Boys is expanding. We're gonna
That's
be
exciting.
multiple states, baby.
Whoa.
And that's separate from the CBD you guys have as well.
Yeah,
Or
so
is that
we're launching that in Oklahoma, actually.
dope? Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
It's so exciting.
Yeah, we teamed up with Red River Farms. They're cultivating with exotic genetics. They've won some cups out there. They're doing their thing. We toured their facilities. They're absolutely on their game.
Yeah.
And it's really important for us to have input material,
Yeah.
everything, so we can do our job. And yeah, man. So we'll be open there like November. 30 laying slabs right now.
Damn,
We're
that's
doing it from the
dope.
ground up.
That's fucking
Anthony's
great.
been dealing with the architects
Yeah.
and the engineers. He really handles, fucking specking out the equipment and everything. I handle the business side. Yeah, but it's been crazy.
That's fucking dope. It feels good to be like, oh, we're gonna fucking be in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
See
man,
your
it's a
shit
great
in other
opportunity, man. It's
states.
the Wild West out there. Wild West out there right now, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's like no zoning restrictions really.
Oh,
Like, people
okay.
are just opening up. You can walk into a shopping center and there's 7 stores and 4 of them are cannabis clubs.
Holy
You're like,
fuck.
Like, what the fuck? This is not California. I drove by. I'm like, we spent some time there because we're opening our company out there, and I drive by a dealership. It's a fucking big green cross in a green building. It's like a Honda or something. And then like there's a car dealership on the left and right. So like the main foyer is a cannabis club. You get your weed.
And then you
fucking
can
shop
buy
for your
a
car.
Honda?
Yeah. Like, genius, bro. They literally put a cannabis club in the middle of a fucking dealership. And I'm like, bro, I want to come out here. Like, I fuck with this. It's
Right.
crazy.
You okay, Frank?
Oh, no, I'm just making
I'm
I'm just really high, and I want to make sure I get
Frank's high. We doing a
you
record check.
You want to intro the episode right here?
Are we doing intros?
No,
Like I mean, right here and take. Buddies, this week we have Mike from Summit Boys.
I'm really
So he'll be back.
This is our
ASMR intro.
This is ASMR intro.
It's for our Patreon subs.
It's for our Patreon subs only. If we did do an OnlyFans, what would it be like?
This without our shirts on.
That is hysterical. That's so fucking funny.
This would be funny. He's like, what would it be? And I said this, but without our shirts on.
That's heavy.
They're just two fat dudes taking dabs.
Yeah. So,
Yo,
so like, the next steps that we want to take is because we started a Patreon, right?
Yeah.
And like one of the things is if you join the Patreon, you get to see the episodes a week early,
Okay.
and then you also get to if you $10, you get your name on a joint, and then we
I think I
shout
saw
you.
it because I tried to watch that episode with Drew. Shouts out A. Samuel Tattoos. Hooked me up with this
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
here. Fucking the homie.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried to watch that shit. And I was like, Patreons. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, he should have hit me up. I would have just sent him the link.
No, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I almost bought the shit, but I was like, I'm down to wait till Sunday.
Hilarious.
I was like, I'm down to wait. I actually I like having something to look forward to.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. It's scheduled too,
Yeah,
dog. But yeah, no, it was really fun, and it's so that and people subscribed, and I was like, oh, that's fucking dope.
Hell yeah, man. That's fucking dope.
And then we're growing the YouTube channel and stuff, so it's fun. It's fun. It's nice, and it's fucking what Rogan's been preaching.
Dude, send me your YouTube, bro. I want to subscribe to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It was just Rogan's been preaching. The whole thing is like have your podcast and just start your own thing.
Yeah.
And then move to Texas. I'm not gonna move to Texas until weed's legal there. But
Hey, bro, we're in Oklahoma, so we're
Until
actually.
your wife says okay.
Hey,
and my wife says okay.
we are geared the fuck up for Texas.
Really?
I can't go into too many details.
Fuck yeah, though.
Do you
I
think
really can't.
Yeah.
There's so much cool things I'd love to share with you guys right now about Texas.
I mean, so my dream is to event.
After the podcast.
Yeah,
so we're
yeah.
gonna
Well,
get deep on that
Yeah,
one, bro.
so it's like what I want to do is eventually I want to get advertisers and stuff, and then I want to build my own podcast studio,
Yeah.
or just I want to have my own thing to where it's like all I got to do is hit record, and then like let's fucking create shows. You know
That's
what I mean?
great, man.
Because
You're gonna
that's
get it, bro.
yeah, that's what, and it feels like we're already on our way. Because I bought a new stand. No, I'm just kidding. It's our old one.
Shouts out. Oh, it's the old one?
Yeah.
Shouts out to the stand, bro.
Shout out stand.
Frank is a stand.
Yes.
I'm about to send Frank to the fucking moon.
Oh
I
my
just wanna
God.
say
God
thank
damn
you
it.
for
Let's go.
allowing me to do this with this wonderful Summit Boys extract.
Gang.
This is where JP takes over the podcast after, and Frank goes night.
We gotta call Frank's wife to come pick us up.
Yeah. She's gonna get that ring, babe.
Get y'all fucking right.
No, we're
No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, my wife's like, I love you guys, you fucking idiots.
Oh my gosh.
Wives are important. Other people, like insignificant. Okay.
Sending the fucking. Oh, that's a good one, bro. Who's driving? Nonsense. Dubs only.
Full send, bro. Let's go, Frank. Let's go, Frank.
Let's go, Frank. Frank the tank.
Frank.
Frank. He's got. Yeah!
What is the contest?
I got smoke too now. This is fun. Yeah, keep smoking, dude.
You drink your milk, Frank.
Ooh. It's like that, brother.
This fucking puke.
I was like, should I grab it from him? Or should I get it up? Oh, this is great.
What's up, guys? I'm JP. This is my co-host, Frank Castillo, and this is Buddies. Our guest today is Michael from the Summit Boys.
That's good.
We talk firefighting, dabs, and Frank dies a little bit.
It's a great episode.
Thanks to our patrons, Edward and Spencer. We'll be shouting you out throughout the episode and showing your joints. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
That's it. Welcome anytime, bro. Thanks for the fucking space.
Hey guys, welcome to Buddies. My name's Frank Castillo. This is my co-host JP Noda. Our guest today is Mike Larson of Summit Boys. Enjoy the episode, guys.